Well, it's a bright and sunny day here at the East Bengal ground in the city of Joy, Kolkata, as East Bengal FC gets ready to host Kickstart FC. Another clash of the IWL as the week starts off. And East Bengal struggling, Kickstart FC on a high. Both the teams having a contrasting journey in the campaign so far. And the home side will love to climb up the standings, climb up that table, but it has been a real struggle for them throughout the season. Victory to start off with, and then back-to-back losses. A struggling East Bengal, the Red and Gold Brigade, will be backed by their fans, and they'll be looking forward to win and collect those 3 points. But it's going to be tough for them because the opponents are a good challenge in the form of Kickstart FC. So yes, these are the dressing room scenes before the team gets ready for the battle of 90 minutes. And these were the scenes a while back. Sanjida, new signing as a team, depends a lot on her up front in that attacking third. The coach Dipankar Biswas will be looking forward to collecting points or a point today. So let's hear what Dipankar Biswas had to say before the game begins.
মর্নিং কোচ।
গুড মর্নিং।
আজকের আপনার কিকস্টার্টের এগেনস্টে আপনার স্ট্র্যাটেজি কী হবে আজকে?
কিকস্টার্ট ভালো টিম। লাস্ট ম্যাচ ওরা হেরেছে 5-1। আমরা ম্যাচ দেখেছি, তো আমরাও কিছু চেঞ্জেস এনেছি ছোটোখাটো আমাদের টিমে। তো ফাইট হবে, ভালো ম্যাচ হবে আশা করছি।
টেকনিক্যালি কী চেঞ্জেস নিয়ে এসেছেন আজকে টিমে?
টেকনিক্যালি দেখুন, আমরা ডিফেন্স সামলে আমরা অ্যাটাকে যাব। আমরা অল আউট আগের ম্যাচে যেরকম চেষ্টা করেছিলাম অল আউট গিয়ে 3 পয়েন্টের জন্য, আজকে আমরা ওটা করবো না। আজকে আমরা আমাদের ডিফেন্সটা সামলে আমরা অ্যাটাকে যাব, কাউন্টার অ্যাটাক বেস খেলবো আমরা।
আজকে ফরমেশন কী হবে?
আমার ফরমেশন সেম ফরমেশন আছে, 4-3-3।
ওকে ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Coach Dipankar Biswas depending on a 4-3-3 formation, and he says in the last game he was going all out for those 3 points, but today he'll be going a little reserved. He'll be depending on the defense first. His priority will be the clean sheet and then going for those points. And he has mentioned that Kickstart FC will be a tough opponent today, a tough challenge as they host them. Langam Devi and company are all set. And that's the dressing room of the visitors. Kickstart FC will be having a 4-4-2 formation. And they'll love to collect all those points in this fixture. East Bengal FC have that potential, and the new signing will be a challenge for the visitors too. With Bibi Charevi and Karishma handling that striking force for Kickstart. We'll be looking forward to all those points out here in Kolkata. This was a scene a while back as the team came in, and the coach Langam Devi with a 4-4-2 formation. Let's hear what she has to say before the game.
কোচ,
Yeah, good morning.
হোয়াট ইজ ইউর স্ট্র্যাটেজি এগেনস্ট ইস্ট বেঙ্গল?
Uh, Very simple things. We have already played in first round. This is our away match, and we are meeting again. So my girls are ready. I'm also ready, and we have confidence that we will grab these 3 points.
এনি টেকনিক্যাল চেঞ্জেস?
Yeah, we have some changes. Few of the players are injured. From others, recovery also come back to the team. So I think it's okay.
টুডেস ফরমেশন?
Yeah, we will go 4-4-2.
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ কোচ।
Thank you.
So it's a 4-3-3 versus a 4-4-2 here at the East Bengal ground as East Bengal host to Kickstart FC. This is Kaushik Varun welcoming you all, and with me in the commentary box is going to be Junaid Ahmed. Well, both the coaches have a bit of different strategy. Langam Devi had to make those changes in the starting 11 because of injuries and comebacks of the players. And on the other side, East Bengal, they have made minimal changes just to gain those points and a change of strategy too, like the coach mentioned, Junaid.
Thank you, Varun. Always a pleasure to be alongside with you in the com box. Hello and welcome to all the viewers joining in. Yes, rightly pointed out there, the differential between these two sides is 10 points, and it's not just about points at the moment. It's the way they have played their brand of football, the tactics, the strategies, the planning and execution hasn't been there for East Bengal. Here's a quick look at the way they line up for this fixture. Melody, as always, starts in the goal. Trisha, Michelle, Seema, and Sarita in the back line. Binomala, Margaret, Parmeshwari through the middle. Sanjida Akhtar, the new signing. Singo and Mamta Mahata will lead the line. Singo gets to start today. East Bengal FC, of course, have started the campaign on a good note, and then 5 defeats on the spin. That's definitely a worrisome sign for Dipankar Biswas and his side. They'll be in for the last time in this edition of the IWL on their home ground, and would love to get those 3 points and bring some smile to the faces of the fans who've supported them right throughout the campaign. Kickstart, well, they've had a belligerent start to their campaign as well, and the last game was a dent to their challenge. Look at their starting 11. Maibam Linthoi, as always, stars in between the sticks. Papki, Aruna, Linthoi, Supriya in the back line. Sonia, Deepa, Preeti, Lepcha through the middle, and Bibicha Karishma will lead the line for them. They've scored 10 goals so far, Kickstart FC. Refereeing contingent will be led by Ruba Devi. Assistants would be Debala Devi and Laitham Singh Hangma Subba would be the 4th official. The standings, Orissa FC with a victory. They stand right on the top of the table with 19 points from 7 games they've played so far. Gokulam with a close second, 17 points is what they have managed. Kickstart in 3rd position. Hops and Setu to follow. East Bengal on number 6 at the moment with 4 points. Sports Orissa right at the bottom of the table. Long walk to the center of the pitch as both these teams prepare for an all-important kickoff. Kickstart would be hungry to make a strong comeback and go for the challenge once again. East Bengal, well, they'll have to try and salvage something out of this game. It'll be a lot dependent on the likes of Sabina Akhtar, Mamta Mahata. Should be a good contest this, Varun, because both these teams should be hungry. They're harboring different ambitions at the moment. Kickstart would definitely look to get their campaign back on track, and East Bengal would try to get something out of this fixture.
That's right, Junaid, because looking at the standings, a difference of 3 spots in the standings, but a difference of 10 points, and East Bengal with a win can close that down. And Kickstart FC have not been in the best form, so yes, East Bengal have that advantage. Not just that, they have that home ground advantage, and they'll be looking forward. And just like you mentioned, for the one last time this season at their home, East Bengal will be looking forward to collecting all those points. And the Dipankar Biswas clearly mentioned, the coach has said that different strategy for this game today, and he knows it's going to be a tough challenge for them to beat Kickstart FC team, which has shown potential and good momentum. Just slow down a bit, but they want to come back and get back to those winning ways. It's going to be Bibicha Devi and Karishma leading the striking force for the visitors in a 4-4-2 formation as their captain Maibam Linthoi waits for her counterpart. Trisha will be leading East Bengal, wearing the captain's armband, getting ready for the toss. A good battle for those 3 points. The next 90 minutes will be the decider. Trisha versus Maibam, East Bengal versus Kickstart FC. Seems like Trisha wants to select the other side to start off with, and Maibam Linthoi will get that touch. 4 to ops And we get ready for another IWL clash. East Bengal FC versus Kickstart FC. Junaid, seen the other games of East Bengal and Kickstart. A picture, this one Kickstart would have said easy one, but seems like the current form, East Bengal would like to capitalize on the current form of the visitors.
Well, that's right. Kickstart, of course, have had a good start, and then a few victories, 4 victories, and 2 draws were able to frustrate the likes of Odisha FC, and then that campaign took a big dent that sent shocking waves across the football fraternity following IWL this season, and they would want to put that behind and come back with a stronger performance today. East Bengal would definitely fancy their chances because they would be wary of the fact that that Kickstart has had a bad game last week and would want to capitalize on that and come up with something and put up quite a show. They will be missing the likes of Sulanjana Raul, Cindy, Shubhani, and Shahina, who are playing in Dhaka with the India Under-19s at the SAF Cup. Of course, Singo Murmu gets to start, and Tulsi Hembram has been benched for this fixture. For Kickstart, there are 3 changes. Bibicha Devi, Preeti Rai, and Aruna Bag get to start in the 11 today. Jabamani Tudu, Sabina Akhtar, and Dalima Chibber have been benched for this fixture. It's going to be a good contest this, because Kickstart half pace going forward. East Bengal will be hoping for a better start, because the last couple of fixtures they've played, barring the Sports Odisha game, it hasn't been a happy start for them. Marshalled out in the end by Michelle there. Karishma was giving it a chase. They've relied heavily in the previous fixture against Sports Odisha on Sanjida Akhtar, who's been decent in the first half, Varun, because it was her first game, and she put up a proper shift and came up with some decent performances.
That's right, her first game, she quickly settled in. This is a corner, that's the header, and that's the first strike! The visitors, the first minute of the game, win the corner and get their first goal. A brilliant header, perfect corner finish. Kickstart FC to a jump start out here at the East Bengal home ground, Junaid.
Well, that was written on the cards. East Bengal FC have scored goals, and how? First minute, that must be the quickest goal in this edition of the IWL. Perfect ball, unmarked there. Gets to the end of it and beats Melody to her right. What a start this is for Kickstart FC. It's Aruna who's managed to get that. And what a start to the game we have. East Bengal will have to try and sort things out as soon as possible. Otherwise, they will be in for a long afternoon here at the East Bengal grounds in Kolkata. The defense line has always been a problem, Varun, because there hasn't been that communication going, perhaps. There's no coordination between the goalkeeper and the back line at times. Melody has been brilliant right throughout the campaign. If it not been for her, they would have ended up conceding a lot more goals.
That's right, Junaid. Because if it's a counter, then it's different. Maybe the defense was not in possession, they took time in transition. But it was a corner, and East Bengal had the time to maintain a good formation, to mark all those attackers of Kickstart FC. But then you see a defender coming, heading it into the back of the net, and that one marked. So yes, the problem continues for the Red and Gold Brigade. And Kickstart FC, it's good to see a defender coming up, gaining advantage with a run and putting a perfect header and getting a brilliant start to the game. A good one from Kickstart FC also, winning that corner early in the game. I think around 40-50 seconds to the game, Kickstart FC got that lead. Early pressure, and they're a step ahead towards those 3 points. And East Bengal, they need to come back a lot stronger. There's some proper planning which needs to be executed on the ground to get good results. Kickstart FC now coming from the left. A header clearance this time. But then the counter doesn't build up. A throw in for Kickstart FC. And East Bengal have to come up with a good plan, Junaid.
Well, that's right. The reverse fixture, of course, Kickstart getting the better of East Bengal in that game as well, beating East Bengal by 3 goals to 1. It was way back in December. We surely have to come up with a much better plan, East Bengal, because Kickstart, if you give them time and space on the ball, they've got good quality going forward. Deepa Shahi, Preeti Rai, Karishma up top. They will be a force to deal with. Had a brilliant start to their campaign, Kickstart, and then that fizzled out in the last 3-4 games they've played. 10 goals before this one, and 7 out of 10 was scored by Karishma alone. Been heavily reliant on Karishma. And today, it was nice to see a defender stepping up and getting it into the back of the net. Kickstart from the left. Nicked away there. Singo Murmu for Margaret. Gets it away. Trisha Malik. Probably see it out for a throw-in. They'll have to settle down quick, Varun, because they'll have to try and take the control of this game. They have conceded, but it's in the first minute, so they've got a lot of time to make a comeback into this contest. East Bengal FC. There's a Kickstart, meanwhile, trying to get one inside the box. Cleared out by Michelle. Falls back to Karishma. Karishma. There's Preeti Rai with a strike. Chance now for Sonia Ekka. Takes it on the left. Goes through with a strike. Hits the crossbar. They clear their lines, but only just. Back comes the ball, and that goes out for a goal kick. Early action in the first half, Varun. It's all Kickstart at the moment. And East Bengal will have to deal with that pressure coming in from the left.
That's right, Junaid. Like you said, it's all Kickstart in this first 6 minutes. And seems like it continues to do so because crosses and passes coming in from both the flanks, chances coming for both the teams, but mainly for Kickstart FC. What a brilliant shot out there from Sonia. Hit that cross piece, and Trisha then doing a good job with that clearance, but it was Trisha who was beaten from that left flank for Kickstart from where that attack was built up by the visitors. So it could have been 2-0, but a lucky escape for East Bengal. And if you remember before the game, Coach Dipankar Biswas mentioned that today the priority will be keeping a clean sheet. Another chance for Kickstart. A header this time, a bouncer goes off the target. Pressure and more pressure on the East Bengal defense line, Junaid.
Looks like it's capitulation at the back. They'll have to try and control this, get hold of the ball. Melody, she'll have to be that pivotal part, captaining the side today. Have to get those strong words to the back line. Let's kickstart. Goes out for a throw-in. Eight minutes into the first half, and we have an early goal in this fixture. Melody, of course, one of the senior players in the team. Trisha, the captain of the East Bengal. Kickstart. Tries to send the ball in and gets Bibicha involved there. Goes all the way through to Melody. They'll have to try and see out in the next few minutes is Bengal FC, Varun, because once they have the control, they'll probably try and hit back on the counter perhaps, because that seems to be the only strategy that they would be working on at the moment.
Yes, and if you have seen in the first 9 minutes, most of the game has been in East Bengal's half. And Kickstart FC, the defense line has not been tested yet. East Bengal striking force, Margaret a little busy, supplying balls to both the flanks. But then Sanjida got a couple of touches. We didn't see any magic from her. East Bengal's midfield has been struggling just to maintain a proper shield in front of the defense line. And the defense line is under pressure early in the game. Trying to clear it away, not a good one, not a good job done. A touch, Karishma chases it, wins the ball. It's not goal bound, but will get a throw in. Good pressure building on East Bengal FC defense line, and great job done by Kickstart FC as Karishma leads the striking force along with Vivicha Devi. Deep also joining in attack, and Kickstart FC are looking so good to start off this game. Touches on the right flank, a turn from Sonia, stopped this time by Sarita. And this clearance, Kickstart FC win back possession, gifted away. Slow build up for East Bengal, takes the turn. Romeshwari couldn't find Sanjid out there. So this is a result of a miss pass. It's Preeti now. From the left, the cross comes in, goes out of the field of play. It was of a deflection, and it's another corner, Junaid.
Well, that's right. The first goal was scored from a corner. It's going to be Supriya behind this one. See them all up there. Zaruna Bagh, Linthoi, Papki. Sanjida does well in the end to win the possession. Out comes East Bengal. Can they get it further forward pretty quickly? We've got Singo Murbu up top. Ball's back to Kickstart again. Deciding to go all the way back to the goalkeeper was the best option that Aruna Bagh thought there. Deepa Shahi for Preeti. Preeti with options forward. Well intercepted. Supriya. A good run from the left, kept it inside. Perhaps looks like that has gone outside. It's gone down on the ground and looks to be in some pain. Still early days, 12 minutes into the first half, and Kickstart with an early strike. That separates both the teams at the moment. They'll have to try and keep believing, Varun, because they can't let to give away those balls. Have to win those 50-50 chances as well and get the likes of Mamta Mahata, Singo and Sanjida involved as much as they possibly can, because if it's just going to be one-way traffic, then they will be looking down the barrel once again.
Preeti with that pass goes straight to Melody. Well, you're right. The team has to believe, but the problem is not looking good for the hosts. There have been many early goals in many matches. A team striking before the other settles down, but then the one trailing comes back stronger. But in this game, East Bengal is struggling the first quarter, and it's clear because the defense is under pressure, not performing well. And up front, The striking force is just depending on those long balls and a bit of luck, maybe more of luck, to get good deliveries. Margaret losing possession. Kickstart FC couldn't keep it. Sanjida is running out of options to pass and loses possession too. Deepa releases. Karishma waiting for the ball. Vivisha Devi goes for Karishma, but good interception by Michelle. Looking for Sanjida. Said to her captain, Trisha. It's going to be tough for Sanjita to gain control of that ball. So these passes need to get better for the hosts. That midfield area, or maybe, building up the attack from the defense, needs to get better for East Bengal to come back in the game, Junaid.
Well, that's right. It's a 4-3-3 versus 4-4-2. Clearly outnumbering the midfield there, Kickstart FC. So the way they have positioned themselves, looks like there are a lot of spaces for the Kickstart players to get in between the lines and get those balls back. Michelle for Sarita. Sarita, who's celebrating her birthday today. Definitely hope for a big party at the end of these 90 minutes. Nothing much to choose between the two in terms of possession, but Kickstart have got it in the business end of the pitch. Preeti Rai. Tries to wriggle her way through. Taken away by East Bengal. It's Margaret. The lovely through ball to find Singo there. And Singo has been flagged offside. Aruna Bagh, goal scorer in the first minute. The ball progression hasn't been there, Varun, for East Bengal FC, and it's not just today. That has been their problem for the first 7 games they've played. Whenever they have got the ball, they have given it away, or perhaps the passing game hasn't kept going for them right throughout the competition.
That's right, Junaid, because they've been mostly depending on those long balls and kind of luck. So you clear it away, strong one, and then maybe a teammate of yours gets the ball. And if it doesn't, then you get back to defending again. That has been the story for them. A proper, good amount of passes to reach to the opponent's third, finding the back of the net has been rarest of occasions. This team that needs to come in place for those wins and for those points. And if you remember, we were talking about the dent in the last game for Kickstart FC. They lost 5-1, but in that game too, I think they were leading, right? Karishma was the one who struck first one, the 5th minute, but then Hops FC came back, and they came back on such a strong note. East Bengal have that time, but that planning is missing, and they need to flip the socks and do something better to get back in the game, or else it's going to be Kickstart FC getting back to the winning ways, Junaid.
Well, that's right. They can definitely try and take a leaf out of Hop's books. They've been inspirational, although they lost the previous fixture that they played against Kuklam, if I'm not wrong. Like you mentioned, Karishma got on the score sheet early on in the game against Hops. And Hops with those long balls, those driving runs from the right and left, troubled the defense. No ahead kick for Kickstart coming in from Deepa Shahi there. Was always going wide, but a valiant effort in the end. 5 shots so far from Kickstart, and East Bengal FC haven't produced anything significant up until now. Margaret giving it a chase. Binumala slips it out wide on the right. There's Sanjida Akhtar. Has gone unnoticed so far. Vinamala again with the left from the distance, trying to make Linthoi work. Spilled over, but safely negotiated in the end. Vinamala again, Varun. Hit the woodwork in the previous fixture against Sports Orissa. And another long ranger coming from her. Tested out Linthoi Devi.
It seems like she does a lot of homework on the practice pitch to get those long rangers on target. Almost caught it with the bounce. Maivan Limthoi. Not a timely jump, but she got control. And this time, loud shout out from the East Bengal dugout as the home team is asking for a foul to be called, but the referee is not interested and asks the player to get up and get ready for the throw in. So, an appeal for a foul from Singo and the team, but it's going to be a throw in for them. East Bengal very near to the opponent's goal post. Sangita, Trisha will get another throw in, another go for it. They need to capitalize the next few moments because they're closer to the opponent's goal. Has not been the case a lot of times in this game so far. Sangita on the turn, trying to set up. A powerful clearance from Wankem Devi. They need to explore more options, create better chances, Junaid.
Well, that's right, and they'll have to get on the ball, especially in the final third. Even in the game against Sports Orissa, they have tried on those long balls again, being flagged offside there. Singo Murmu, second in the last 5 minutes. They'll have to get better with those runs because opportunities don't keep coming, especially in fixtures like these. You're trying to battle it out with some of the top teams in the league. Now goes long. Seema. Preeti Rai takes it. Tries to get shifted towards the left and goes out for another throw-in. Parmeshwari. Rishma, as always, giving it a chase. Sarita. Tries to get it into the stride of Margaret there. Gives away the position. Back with Sarita, who pops one towards Murmu there. Well marshaled by Reena Bagh once again. The tempo has slightly got down a little bit from Kickstart, Varun, because we haven't seen those attacks in the last 5 minutes or so. East Bengal are slowly settling it down defensively, but attacking wise, they'll have to get those balls there and thereabout consistently and try to make things work from both sides of the flank, because Sanjida, so far in the first 22 minutes, have had merely a couple of touches.
That's right, Junaid, because the reason being she's not getting that ball supply. A setup from the right, and they're looking for Bibicha Devi. She doesn't get it, gets it the second time. Bibicha will not take the shot because Sanjita makes that interception and clears it away. So striker coming back to do her defensive duty, and then the team comes in counter and loses possession very quickly. Kickstart FC not been looking great for the last 5-10 minutes, but they're coming back in action. From the right, it's Deepa trying to beat Michelle. Still Deepa keeping possession. Deepa sends a cross. Not a good collection the first time, but second time Melody collects it pretty well. And a very important collection because Kickstart FC, we're looking for the second one. Just when, Junaid, you were mentioning Kickstart FC are losing out on that effect or that impact on the East Bengal defense, they've come back with a strong reply for you, Junaid.
That's right, that's right. I'll take that on the chin if they score one more. But Yes, they are definitely one of the brightest sides going forward. They haven't scored in the last couple of games. Have scored perhaps, but not in the way they would have liked. Grishma, of course, still leading the goal scorers chart with 7 to her credit. I would definitely would want to add a few more. Chance for them to make that strong comeback they would be hoping for. Especially considering the fact that they lost out to Hops in the previous fixture. Bakpi. Knocked out by Sarita again. 25 minutes in, and it's Aruna Bak's goal that separates both these teams at the moment. Kickstart have looked better right since the get-go. East Bengal have settled down, but attacking-wise, it's a long ball played inside. Bibicha Devi was right up there, but the flag went up straight away. Attacking-wise, there's a lot of work still to be put in this fixture. Melody goes long. Margaret trying to win it from Preeti. Supriya. Linthoi. Linthoi goes back. Got blocked on the way, but went straight towards Linthoi again for another easy collection there, perhaps. Bakpi again. Grishma gives it away cheaply on the turn. There's Parmeshwari. Nicked away by Kickstart again. Here's Sonia Marak. Gets it away. Bibicha for Preeti Rai. Options to the left. Drills it down. Continues with her run. Preeti Rai gets it back. Gets it inside the box. Can she get the cross away? Lobs it in the air. Just over the head of Sonia Marak down the far post. It's Deepa Shahi from the distance out. Was going wide to the right of Melody there. Getting back in rhythm now, Varun, because getting from those flanks, right and left, and trying to exert a bit more pressure in the last couple of minutes now. Kickstart.
That's right. It's just 26 minutes, and Deepa has taken 4 shots. And I'm not sure about East Bengal, whether they have taken 2 or 3. That proves Kickstart FC have been so impressive in the attacking third. And not just that, if you have noticed, Papki, along with Shushmita and Deepa, they play a very important role in the team. And Sonia too, giving those passes, those pinpoint deliveries, keeping control of the game and the ball, and then setting up chances for the teammates. And that's what East Bengal needs right now. To get possession, play a few passes, and then lose possession. Sanjida with skills this time, making a run from the right. Chased down by Supriya. Sanjida needs to stop because she was out of options up front. Mishwari on the turn. Good job by Papki. And then a strong clearance. Bibicha Devi fights for possession. Sarita has been beaten. Then Michelle got it. Then Seema. Pressure from Karishma. Seema with a long pass to the opponents. Deepa to Karishma. Another clearance. Margaret to the right for Sanjida. Still Sanjida. East Bengal getting a foul this time. Lot of distance on it. But we'll have to do something better from the set pieces, Junaid.
Well, that's right. That's definitely going to be one of the options now. Not quite sure who's going to be the main orchestrator behind this one, because Binomala, whenever she's got those options, has fancied her chances going for the target. Looks like it's going to be set up this time. Parmeshwari or Sarita lives it for Sanjida, goes through with a strike. Well held by Linthoi. Was a good strike on target. Second shot perhaps. Another long ranger coming from Binomala. East Bengal through Parmeshwari. Sanjida now gets away from Preeti. Cleared away by Supriya. They haven't been able to stitch a few passes together, East Bengal. Been a couple of touches and they lose out on the ball. Deepa Shahi and Binomala there contesting for the ball. A heavy touch perhaps takes it away from Deepa there. A wayward clearance gives it away for Kickstart again. Here's Bibicha. Scored the winner against Setu. Supriya lobs it inside. Chance, and what a strike that is! Sonia Marak getting in between the defense and a thumping header to beat Melody Chenu. Varun, that was always coming with the barrage of attacks coming in from Kickstart. Another good delivery coming in from the left. And Sonia Marak, who's been excellent right throughout, takes it away from Melody and gets it into the back of the net.
Well, it's just not the header, but the run before that. A perfect run. She saw that space, penetrated into that area where she could find that perfect header, and she did it so well. If you remember a while back, another cross came in for Sonia from the left. It had a lot of weight on it, but this time in that perfect area, and Sonia making no mistake. And the nightmare for East Bengal continues. Conceded 2 already, facing so many shots, most of them on target. Kickstart FC are coming back to winning ways after a 5-1 loss, and it has been brilliant for the visitors so far. Superb early strikes. One in the first minute was from a corner that came in from the right. Another, threshold of the third quarter, from a cross that came in from the left. Both headers, and it's not the strikers who are scoring, except for Bibicha and Karishma. It has been Naruna with one and then Sonia. That proves the team has depth and has so many different goal scorers, Junaid.
That's right. I'm pretty sure the head coach would be really happy with the different goal scorers now, because they have relied on Karishma right throughout. As I made it a point before, of the 10 goals they scored before this fixture, 7 of them were scored by Karishma. So a different set of scorers would give them options going forward, especially when you're challenging for the title. East Bengal FC are left with a daunting task ahead of them. Still got about 58 minutes to be played in the game. Sonia Marak again for Preeti Rai, outnumbered, one back by Binomala for Sarita. Sanjida has shifted to the left now. Good early ball there for Parmeshwari. Well fended out by Runa Bagh. It's going to be a goal kick for Kickstart. It's been a one-way traffic so far, barring a couple of shots on target. One coming in, perhaps both coming in from distance, one from the set piece and one from the open play through Binumala. Trying to drill one through was Margaret there. Got it blocked. Here's Sonia again through Preeti. Deepa Shahi tries to chip it in to the stride of Preeti. Deepa going through with a long ball. Binumala squares it up nicely for Parmeshwari. Shifts it to the left for Sanjida Akhtar. Preeti. Akpi. Sarita. Singo is giving it a chase, gets across in again. They're running out of options at the moment, Varun, because whenever they've made those runs to the right or left, there haven't been those red and yellow shirts in the middle out and about somewhere to try and get to the end of it. That has been their problem right throughout.
That's right. And whenever Singo is sending those crosses, if you can see the body language, it's clear, kind of frustrated as they are running out of options up front. Sanjida has changed flanks. When the game started, she was on the right. She's come to the left now. But still, no impact. Well, I'll not blame her because the whole team has to perform like a well-oiled machine. That coordination is absolutely lacking because it's just strong, long clearances or long balls coming in. And that's what East Bengal is depending on, along with luck. Karishma might have a chance. Melody comes out to clear it away. A bit of misunderstanding between the defense. East Bengal, Junaid.
Well, that's right. That's right, perhaps. I'm sorry. They'll have to try and get that coordination going because never know, because still a lot of time left in the game and a couple more chances for Kickstart. They are definitely not going to shut the shop down early on. They will be in for more goals. The girls in green and white. Talking about those long balls. Sonia for Karishma. Karishma with a strike! Just over the crossbar. Opportunity opened up. Given into her footing by Sonia Marak there, and Karishma with a good first touch and with her right. Hops have relied heavily on those long balls. Understandable enough because they've got the likes of Federica up top with her physicality and the speed going forward. But Singo is playing her first game. Sabina, of course, has played one game. And you've got Mamta, who's been in and out. I'm not quite sure about that strategy, but I'm pretty sure Dipankar Biswas might have thought it quite well. But clearly, doesn't seem to be working out for them at the moment. 37 minutes in, and Kickstart are in a very comfortable position at the moment. Sarita. As was more of a hope and than conviction perhaps, and looks like it has taken a deflection out, and a corner. Varun going East Bengal's way finally.
Well, these are the chances they have to look forward to right now. Sanjida getting ready for a perfect delivery from the corner. First chance for East Bengal from the corner. Sanjida delivers. Not in a good area. And Kickstart FC taking no chances. Come with the clearance. East Bengal keeping possession. Somehow getting a throw in. A throw in from the right. 38 minutes up. It has been Kickstart so far in the game. And East Bengal with minimal attacks up front. Trying for a comeback. Kickstart FC with a counter. Quickly building up. From the right, Sonia has been stopped. A great turn from Sarita. Sanjida. Good passing so far. Margaret. Sanjida was asking for it. She looked for Singo. Sanjida gets it. Soft touch. Singo. With that cross. Good header for clearance. Deepa takes no chances. Still a chance for East Bengal to build up. Stopped by Shushmita. Supriya with the clearance to Bibicha Devi. Captain clears it. And it's a throw in for East Bengal. A good amount of passes. East Bengal looking a little better. Sanjita didn't get a touch. Now Kickstart FC defense is being tested. They're on the counter now. Karishma to Supriya. Deepa. Prameshwari doing a good job now. The job that you expect and needs to be done in the midfield area. Sonia to Sanjita. Sarita. Another long ball, a perfect delivery this time. Singo. Stopped by Pakpi. Deepa to Preeti. Sonia. Sarita to Sanjida. Margaret to Sanjida. Runa trying her best and doing a good job. As it's going to be a throw in for Kickstart FC. It's a good number of passes from East Bengal and it's slowly getting better, Junaid.
Well, that's right, because they have been able to get a couple of deliveries inside the box, and would have expected the likes of Mamta to be there at the end of it. But yes, they have started to stitch in a few passes together, have looked better in the last few minutes. East Bengal FC have to be consistent with those progressions. Kickstart's defense was tested out in the previous fixture, and it fell apart to the lightning pace of Gladys and Frederica. One decent delivery from East Bengal to try and test out that defense would make things very interesting going into the second half as well. "42 minutes in, and Kickstart leading this game by 2-0. Early strike coming in from Aruna Bagh, and then from Sonia Marak. Sitting comfortably at the moment. Here's Margaret. Goes back to Sarita. Back with Margaret again. Gets away from Preeti. Prameshwari lobs it in the air for Mamta Mahata towards the right. Gets away from Lepcha, gets it inside the box. Chance now! Sanjida takes a touch. Sanjida again on the turn. Decides to go through with a strike. Cleared away by Kickstart again. A good opportunity falling to East Bengal FC just before the end of the first half, Varun. Sanjida Akhtar with a couple of touches inside the box. And Kickstart had it covered right through.
Well, in matches like these, you'll get minimal chances and you have to avail those. East Bengal need to do a lot better because ingredients, not that too many, but still the food needs to be tasty. So those little chances need to be converted into good goals. If you look at ball possession, it's almost equal, but it's that 49% of ball possession that Kickstart has. They've mostly played it in the opponent's half, and East Bengal may be keeping possession, quickly gifting it away. Karishma, not a pinpoint delivery. Deepa gets it from the clearance, but it's a handball, says the referee. It's So as the first half comes to an end, the hosts are looking better. They had a chance to make it 2-1. Sanjida got her name on the score sheet. Sarita has been good in the defense area for East Bengal after the first quarter. Junaid?
Well, that's right, and she has been brilliant right throughout. Yes, the numbers don't speak. The volume of performances she has put in, along with Shahina, Trisha, of course. But today, she has definitely stood out after an early spell of those attacks coming in from Kickstart. They have settled down in the game. It's a matter of one goal to get their confidence back, and this East Bengal side, they definitely have the talent to try and get back into this contest. It's just a matter of execution and being game aware. Single for Binomala, shifted towards Mamta. One-on-one with Supriya there in that corner. Decides to go back. Trisha sends in a long ball. On the turn was Singo there and was flagged offside yet again. Third offside for Singo, and 3 minutes have been added on. It's got way too comfortable for Kickstart, Varun, because an early goal and another strike to double up the lead, and they look like they would be a happier of the two sides, of course, going into the halftime break.
That's right. Great start. 90 minutes for Kickstart FC. An early goal. The first minute itself. So many chances. Striking the woodwork. And finally getting another one. Both headers. Both were brilliant. One coming from the defender, Aruna. Another one from winger, Sonia. That's the reason Kickstart FC 2 goals ahead. East Bengal had their chance and could have made things a little tougher for Kickstart, but couldn't. Sanjit asking for the ball, a good interception, a sliding touch. Clearance comes in. Deepa on the turn, builds up the counter, nutmegs Sarita, chased by Binomala, and it's a throw-in for East Bengal. Good job by Binomala chasing the attacker. Then Sonia too has been brilliant, scoring the second goal and creating so many chances. And I think East Bengal has to do the same, especially in that midfield area. A lot of passes to build up. Here's a chance for them. Long one. The target is Sangeeta, and this time it's Sangeeta who's been caught offside. So East Bengal looking for goals. They're hungry for it. They're so hungry. Getting trapped in an offside position, Junaid.
Well, that's right. They'll have to try and beat that offside trap, time those runs properly, because those balls have been a rarity right throughout the first half coming in from the midfield. Now, whenever you get an opportunity, you'll have to try and pounce on it. And that's something they have missed 4 occasions in the first half itself. There's Paki for Deepa Shahi, lobs one in the air, cut out by Trisha there. Sends it out for another throw-in. Kickstart. Though there hasn't been goals coming in from East Bengal FC, it has turned out to be a decent encounter, this one. Kickstart getting those 2 goals. East Bengal with a chance. So that's the end of the first half here at the East Bengal grounds in Kolkata. Kickstart at the moment are in a commanding position, going 2 goals up. Goal scored in the first minute of the contest, coming in from the defender Aruna Bagh, and it was Sonia Marak in the 32nd minute to send her team to two goals lead. East Bengal, they've got a daunting task ahead of them as we take you through the halftime stats. 51% of the ball was enjoyed by the home side, 49% to Kickstart, 3 shots with 2 on target for East Bengal, 9 with 5 landing on target. It's been a clean game so far, 3 fouls for Kickstart, 1 for East Bengal, no cars in the game, 4 offsides to East Bengal. That is something alarming in the first half, wherein they are trying to chase the game down. 3 shots for East Bengal, Binomala, Sanjita, Sarita, all getting one, all from outside the box. For Kickstart, Deepa with 4, Sonia with 2, converting one of those 2 into goals. Aruna Bak with a header in the first minute mark. Karishma and Preeti with 1 shot each. Just 1 foul conceded by East Bengal. Sanjita conceding 1. And 3 by Kickstart FC. Karishma being the guilty party on a couple of occasions, and Sonia with 1 foul that she conceded. And just in case if you have missed out on the action in the first half, here's a quick look of how it panned out for the first 45 minutes. East Bengal FC in their last fixture at home. Action in the first minute straight away. From the set piece, from the corner, Aruna Ba getting to the end of it. Sonia with a strike, hitting the woodwork. Brilliant strike. Wasn't lucky enough to get there. It was action on just one side of the pitch for a couple of quarters in the first half. And then this one. Supriya setting up nicely. Sonia with a run inside and getting it away from Melody Chanu. It's been an entertaining set of first half. Kickstart FC, the visitors, leading the game by 2 goals to 0. Don't go anywhere. We should be right back after a few minutes from now.
So we're getting back in action out here at the city of Joy, Kolkata, as East Bengal host Kickstart FC. And Kickstart FC have had a wonderful first half, scoring 2 goals, 2 different goal scorers. Aruna with the first one in the first minute from a corner. Good header to the back of the net. And the second one, another header. This time it was Sonia making it 2-0. And East Bengal having a tough time to create chances, play good passes in the opponent's half. They had just a chance as Sanjida took the strike but missed it out. And it seems like a lot of planning has been done by the home side. Discussions are going on. But if Kickstart FC hold on to the same momentum in the second half too, they will be getting those 3 points. But East Bengal have to do a lot better. They have to forget the first half and make a strong comeback. Get back in the game. So it has been a wonderful first half for Kickstart FC. Not a good one for East Bengal. And it seems like there has been a change. A couple of changes. We can see Sathi in that huddle. So Sathi joins the playing 11 along with Mamuni as the last line of defense. Melody is being replaced by Mamuni. A couple of changes for East Bengal. And mostly defense line. Interesting changes. Mamuni would like to prove herself. Get a cemented position in the first team. Showing her skills. The second half starts. Decide the second half. These 45 minutes will be a tough challenge for East Bengal to get that comeback. And Kickstart FC, with the same flow that they have in the first half, if they continue, it's going to be an interesting 3 points for them. So that's the confirmation of the substitution. Melody substituted by Mamuni. And Prameshwari makes way for Sathi. No changes in the commentary box. This is Kaushik Varun and with me is Junaid Ahmed. Couple of changes. Interesting one being Melody being replaced by Mamuni. Junaid.
Well, yes, I'm not quite sure if there was any sort of a niggle to Melody in the first half, but that's a bit of a shocking, but I'm quite sure that's a measure that Dipankar Biswas might have taken. And of course, Sathi Devrat has started a few fixtures and she gets a chance in place of Parameshwari. Still, I would have loved to see Tulsi Himran get the entirety of the second half, but that change hasn't happened. There's a Sanjida on the ball from the right. It's away from Supriya. Singo for Margaret there, perhaps, and goes through with a strike straight at Lintoy. East Bengal will have to try and come out of their shell, get those balls into the final third and get the passing game going. Handball against Deepa Shahi. Deepa, Preeti, they have been pivotal in Kickstart, especially with their ball distribution. It's going to be Sanjida again with a free kick. Had an option early on in the first half as well with a free kick and did manage to keep it on target. Sanjida with a strike and Sanjida with an absolute blinder. A goal scored in Kolkata will surely be celebrated in Kulda, Dhaka, Shilet and Kolisandur. The signing from Bangladesh has struck gold for East Bengal Maroon. What a strike that was!
A dipping hit, a wonderful strike, and Sanjida is showing her true colors right now. That proves why East Bengal was so much happy about this signing. And the weapon is started firing. Brilliant strike. And this quarter was very important for the hosts. That might be that first step for the comeback. And a substitution for Kickstart FC. Shushmita goes out. Langam Devi might be a little tense right now. Chabomani taking her place. But still, it's East Bengal trailing. But a good comeback. Making it 2-1 from a set piece. But it was from a distance. And she kept it on target. And in the first half too, we saw Mai Bumlingthoi struggling to collect shot on the bounce. This time she was absolutely beaten because of that plight. Good goal for Sanjida. A memorable one. First one for her in the red and gold jersey. This is the form that the East Bengal fans will look forward to as Sanjida carries on. A lot depends on her for the team to climb up the standings, Junaid.
Well, it's going to be a frantic set of 40 minutes going forward because East Bengal have started to show those signs of comeback into the contest. Of course, a lot depends on Sanjida and also on the likes of Sulanjana, Tulsi, Sulanjana, of course, whenever she comes back, Cindy, who have been regular starters. Sort of unfortunate they haven't come off their shell, off their strides into this campaign. Things could change at any moment. And was that the inspiration that they were looking for from a set piece? Beating Mai Bumlingthoi Devi. It's not an easy task. She's been one of the brilliant goalkeepers. Mamuni holds on to it. East Bengal FC will have to believe. Made 50% of the comeback now. It's about another 50%, and for that to happen, we'll have to keep getting the ball into those spaces. Get Sanjida involved as much as possible. Still got an option in Tulsi sitting out on the bench. She would definitely be unleashed at some stage in this contest. The defense line will have to try and keep them in the game because any opportunity for these girls in green and white, they would surely look to pounce on it. Here's Margaret. Runa back with that challenge. Vinumala. Back with Deepa Shah. Run coming in from Sonia Marak from the left. Karishma gets involved. Supriya. Back with Preeti Rai. Good pressing game coming in from East Bengal now. They look much more confident. The body language after the first goal for East Bengal has changed, Varun, because if you see the likes of Singhu, Mamta, they're trying to win those battles at the moment.
That's right, Junaid. East Bengal are looking a lot better in the second half. And not just that, when the first half was coming to an end, 40 plus minutes or so, East Bengal was looking better. They were playing those passes, having a good coordination going in their favor. And I'm sure the coach had a lot to say in the dressing room. Maybe in a rude way, or maybe to cheer them up. Whatever it be, has worked for the team. It's just a slender lead for the visitors. Kickstart FC not got the same start that they had in the first half. Sanjida's goal making things better for the hosts. On from Devi with the long ball. Michelle chasing it. So is Karishma. And the defense line is also looking a lot better for East Bengal, Junaid.
Well, that's right. Much better coordination now from East Bengal FC in that back line. They're looking much more confident. Can they try and stretch out that Kickstart defense? A goal now for East Bengal. There'll be nerves sent across in that locker room, in that dugout of Kickstart FC. Coming from the back of a hammering they took against Hops FC. Surely want to try and get those 3 points here today. Sanjida Akhtar from Bangladesh. What a strike that was. East Bengal again through Margaret. Trying to get further forward. Cut out by Linthoi. That's the difference a goal can make sometimes. They hardly got the ball in the final third in the first half, barring a few occasions. Now they are up for the challenge. Nearly ball played out wide on the left for Sonia Marak, who's giving it a chase, but was always going to get the second best from there on. Good to see the ball progression coming in from East Bengal now, Varun, because first half, especially in the first 2 quarters, we hardly see them stitching those passes, and now they look much better, much controlled on the ball.
That's right, and they need to continue with this current form to get that equalizer. And talking about that goal, very important one for the team and important for Sanjida too. The foreign signing, when the team hopes and expects a lot from you, depends on you, it also builds added pressure on that player. And I'm sure Sanjida had the same. And she knew she had to fire, she had to perform to gain that trust. And this goal was a boost to her confidence and performance. And then the team will also perform well. But a chance for Kickstart is Karishma with the shot. Karishma finds the back of the net. The lead doubles up again. Kickstart FC are back to their scoring ways. It's 3-1 for the visitors. Karishma gets a name on the score sheet, maybe for the first time in this game, but for the upbeat time in the season, Junaid.
Well, that's right. All the hard work done in the first 15 minutes, 10 minutes or so in the second half perhaps, has been undone here. Got the ricochetation of Bibicha there. Falls it nicely for Karishma. Puts it in the stride and aims for that top corner. Goal number 8 for Karishma in this campaign. And first of the game. East Bengal have again found themselves in a spot of bother. Sanjida has gone down on the ground. And so is Sonia. I've seen that correctly.
3-1 for Kickstart FC. Goal scored by jersey number 7.
"57 minutes in, and Kickstart again getting back that control they had for the entirety of the first half. Fell out nicely for Karishma there, and she doesn't disappoint. Looks like Sanjida is back. Seema to restart this one. Sends it in. Taken out by Aruna. Inumala gets it towards Sanjida. Squares it up for Singo there. Supriya wins it. Gets it away. Preeti with a good fast touch. Deepa Shahi wins it back. Pulls out for Sonia Mara towards the left, giving it a chase against Sanjida with her brilliant defensive duties. Now wins it back for East Bengal. Keeps the possession. How good a game is Sanjida having at the moment, Varun? Scored a goal and performing her defensive duties as well.
That's right. That goal has given her confidence, and she's looking much, much better compared to the first game she had in that East Bengal jersey. But the team is lacking consistency. Sanjida will not be enough as the only striker up front or the winger in either flanks. The whole team needs to perform well. And East Bengal, throughout the campaign, have played in phases. 10-15 minutes of good football and then struggling again. A couple of changes being made by Langam Devi. So it seems like Sonia is coming out, and so is Pakpi. Amsa comes in along with Sushmita. Couple of more changes from Langam Devi. Karishma inside the area and has been collected by Mamuni.
Kickstart FC. Jersey number 30.
Fresh for Kickstart FC, Junaid.
Jersey number 6 and 15.
That's right. Sushmita Jadhav, of course, plays as a forward in this setup. And Amsa just gets off from the bench today. It's going to be her first start. First game, perhaps, this edition. We're talking about good play from East Bengal for 10-15 minutes. They'll have to try and put all their patchy performances and get it into a good final product. Hasn't been their way right throughout the campaign. Sushmita gets involved straight away. One back by Margaret there, eventually losing out to Linthoi. Back with Supriya. Sends in a long ball for Bibicha there. Well marshaled by Michelle and goes out for a throw-in to Kickstart FC. Still in a comfortable position at the moment, Kickstart FC. A goal now would make things really interesting going into the final 29 minutes of the contest.
Well, it was Sanjida's individual brilliance that got the goal for East Bengal. If you look at Kickstart FC's 3 goals, 2 were for open play. The first one from a corner, a perfect setup, then the header. So it's clear that Kickstart FC are looking good from open play. They're creating more chances. Both the flanks are performing well. The ball supply from the midline has been great. But East Bengal is still depending on individual brilliance, and minimal chances have been created for the hosts to get a strike, find the back of the net. So these are the points that they need to work on to get the wins or maybe collect a few more points in the campaign, Junaid.
Well, that's right. And when it comes down to the passing game that we've been talking about right throughout this game, and it's just been patchy performances, perhaps. A few passes here and there together, and then they lose out the ball. That has been the story of the day so far for East Bengal. You can't rely for individual brilliance all the time. Is Sanjida and Trisha. Seen out by Seema on that occasion. could be the time where they'll try and introduce the likes of Tulsi Hebram Varun, because she has played a few games before and has looked decent. She's linked up beautifully with Sulanjana at times. Maybe that could be the last throw of the dice for the Pankar Biswas in this fixture.
That's right, but I don't understand the reason. Like you also mentioned, you were expecting Tulsi to be playing in the next set of 45 minutes. It has been 60 plus minutes. There has been just one substitution, two actually. The goalkeeper, along with Prameshwari, making way for Mamuni and Sathi. But then apart from that, the coach does have strength in the bench, but is not utilizing the same. I hope and I'm kind of sure that there's no injury to Tulsi or the others. And if there was such, would not have been on the bench. Still, coach depends on Singo, Sanjit, and Mamta. Sanjita did score, has also been great in defensive duties. Mamta, Singo need to join the party to get the team back in the game. A strike from Bibicha, blocked. Follow-up shot goes out the target. East Bengal is running out of time, and from open play, still have been struggling to create chances, Junaid.
Well, that's right. We have to try and get better with moving the ball up top, because we haven't seen Singo involved as much, especially in the attacking front. Sanjida giving it a chase, cleared out again by Linthoi. Try and get Mamta, Sathi, Sanjida and Singo involved. Hasn't been proper link up. Here's a chance now for Karishma, giving it a chase, has stayed on side, goes through with a strike. Good save in the end from Mamoni. From defense to attack in a flash, Karishma, we all know she has got absolute pace going forward. That could have been game, set and match for Kickstart. Another opportunity created there, Varun. Kickstart, they won't keep quiet with the score line we have at the moment. They'll try and score as many as they can.
That's right, Junaid, and I appreciate Mamni's efforts. Didn't have a lot of playing time in the campaign, but still doing a good job. Taking good position. Stop all those shots. Still conceded one. That is the reason that the visitors are comfortably leading right now. It's Sathi now. Grounder pass. Singo. Stopped by Wankam Devi. Deepa loses possession. Singo to Margaret. Sathi to the right to Trisha. Sanjida. Sathi. Quick release. Singo with a good fast touch. Sanjida with the cross. Had a lot of power in it. Clearance from Kickstart FC. So that was kind of a half chance, but after long, East Bengal kind of tried to penetrate the opponent's penalty area, Junaid.
Well, that's right. They'll have to keep knocking at the door time and time again, because the game is running out from them. They have to try and salvage some pride from this fixture. Now is the time for East Bengal FC. Again, Linthoi gets it away. They're clearing their lines quite comfortably now. Kickstart FC, they know they have a proper cushion going into the last 20 minutes or so. definitely want to see out. If it stays the way it is, they will be tied up on the second spot with Gokulam Kerala FC. Gokulam, of course, with better goal difference, sits on the second spot. It's going to make things very interesting as we approach the business end of the IWL this season. The next game, of course, next week, it's going to be Gokulam Kerala taking on Orissa FC, and what a game that could turn out to be. Both teams going for the title. Kickstart closing in the gap. Some spicy contest coming our way in the IWL in the next couple of weeks. Nutmegs it, gets it away from Pinomala there. Sathi, well intercepted. Tries to shift it towards the left, takes the deflection on the way. Falls out to East Bengal. Sathi again. From the left. Lobs it in the air for Singo. 2v1 inside the box. Defense is there and they get it away again. Trisha Malik for Sanjida. Waiting for the options inside the box. There's Margaret there. Chance for Singo. Goes through with the strike. Couldn't quite connect. Here's Binumala with a couple of good touches. Singo leaves it for Sanjida. Sanjida now getting inside the box. Gets away from Supriya, takes a strike. Kickstart gets it away again. East Bengal with some pressure. Trisha now trying to send one inside the box. Mamta. Got away by the defense. Good pressure exerted from East Bengal now in the last couple of minutes. Varun look like they have had a decent opportunity there had Singo connected that properly.
That's true, Junaid. Sangeeta, out of all the action, trying to send the best of crosses, find her teammates, but then Kickstart FC also doing a good job in that defense department. Good amount of pressure on Kickstart FC defense. East Bengal playing in phases, and this Sarita with the throw-in. Grounder pass, shot on turn, Sanjida. Well, I think the flag is up for offside, but then Sanjida had the chance. And East Bengal getting those chances to make it 3-2, Junaid.
That's right, that was the fifth offside if I have got that correct. Margaret there with her left, Sanjida with her left. Whether offside or not, you'll have to try and finish those. Snapped at it, literally. Sanjita again. Trying to get away from Priya, goes to the byline, gets the cross in. Goal kick has been given for Kickstart. Sanjita has been the silver lining so far in this fixture for East Bengal. Brilliant strike. Has done her defensive duties quite well and getting those crosses quite regularly now in the last few minutes. Seema against Karishma. Goes back to Michelle. Mamuni now. Trying to play out from the back. Lobs that one to try and find Sanjida Akhtar. Margaret wins it and gives it to Trisha. Sends it down to that open space towards the right there. Lintoy was up for it and she was starting from an offside position there, Singo. It's going to be now or never for East Bengal in this fixture, Varun, because still got about 17 minutes to play here, and pretty sure they would want to make those fans happy who have been supportive of them right throughout the campaign, even though they have lost quite a few games on the bounce, home and away. And one good opportunity now in these 16 odd minutes to try and make a stronger comeback in the contest.
That's right. And well, East Bengal is a club which has a lot of fans worldwide, and playing at the home, East Bengal tent always has fans waiting at the club to get a glimpse of their favorite footballers, be it ex, be it men or women. They're always at the club premises. The true ardent fans, the Red and Gold Brigade, who are hoping for better days this IWL campaign. But Kickstart FC are closer to getting back to winning ways. Well, that brilliant start for the visitors got them that rhythm. And East Bengal are creating those chances, and that's making it clear that the team has potential, but somehow they're losing it all in the way. There have been phases, few minutes of great playing from the East Bengal side, and then suddenly they feel the pressure, the heat, and are conceding. 4 goals in the game so far. 3 from Kickstart FC, just 1 from East Bengal, struck by Sanjida. It's Sati now. Sanjida beats Supriya. Now she's gained confidence to that strike. Sanjida versus Deepa. Sanjida didn't keep control of the ball. Seems like she is enjoying after striking that goal, but team has to play well altogether, Junaid.
That's right, it's a team sport, and individual brilliance can get you a goal to stay in the competition, get those 3 points. All the players will have to chip in with performances, and we haven't seen that coming in from East Bengal FC, not just today but right throughout. They have potential, but somehow they haven't managed to click as a unit. Rishma, Vinumala wins it back. Is Margaret. Squares it up for Sanjida, trying to get an inward run coming in from Sanjida. Releases an early ball there. Vinumala was expecting Sanjida to make that run, perhaps had a bit more weight on the ball, and Sanjida was in no position whatsoever to try and reach to the end of it. Pressure from East Bengal. Linthoi gets it away. Trisha with the lob. Well controlled by Margaret. Sanjida again. Brilliant skills to showcase from Sanjida. Back with Sati. Through to Binumala. Get a poor first touch and gets dispossessed. Here's a chance now for Karishma. Bursting inside the box. Karishma with a strike. A brilliant block coming in from Michelle there. Another chance. Defense is back there now for East Bengal FC. Karishma was in with an opportunity to get her second and put this game to rest. Priya now sends it out for a throw-in by Sati. Another lackluster giveaway there coming in right in the center of the park, Varun. Vinumala losing it out, and quick start. Pretty quick to bounce on that one, and Karishma has had a go at that one.
That's right, and we have seen Karishma scoring from chances like those. And I think East Bengal team did a good job coming in position in transition. We're in the last quarter. Kickstart FC quickly coming back to those attacking ways. Preeti has been fouled. And I think it's Binamala who's not happy with the decision. 8 fouls in the game so far. Binamala. The reaction says it all. She couldn't believe that the decision went against her. Seema marking Bivisha. One came with a long ball inside the area. Preeti will keep possession. Sathi to the right. Sanjida towards the midline and loses possession to Preeti. Karishma chasing it down. Mamuni has collected it. Seema. Sathi. Margaret. Singo. Still Singo. Looking for Sanjida. Pibicha loses possession to Binomala. Margaret gain control. Shushmita versus Trisha. And Langam Devi, coach who wants the team to go up and attack more. Sanjita versus Supriya. Preeti with the clearance from Seema to Sathi. Binomala. Singo doesn't get it. On comes clearance. "80 minutes up and it's clear." Kickstart FC are defending in numbers. They've got that comfortable lead. And they'll only attack when they have a good proper chance. Pipicha Devi making space for her. Sinumala gets a foul this time, Junaid.
Well, that looks like a foul to me. And if you've had a look at how the attacks have progressed for East Bengal, they have relied heavily towards the right, because obviously Sanjida is playing from the right, and the left flank has been way too much underutilized right throughout the game, perhaps. And Kickstart, they have read the game quite well, and they have marked out Sanjida on occasions, and whenever she's been able to get the better of the defense there, has made those crosses, but nothing tangible has come from left for East Bengal in this fixture. There's Kickstart again through Supriya. Seema there getting it out of the play for a throw-in, perhaps. In fact, it's going to be a throw-in for East Bengal FC. Trisha. To restart. Here's Margaret. Bit of high boot there, perhaps. Back with Margaret. Keeps the control of the ball. Goes to the back. Seema. The long delivery inside. Trying to find Singo. Gets beaten to it by Linthoi, who sends one in. Karishma. Has she stayed onside? No, says the lineswoman there. Caught offside. Karishma, the lightning speed that she has, a good ball. She'll definitely be in with a chance to try and test out the goalkeeper again. 7 minutes to go. It looks like it's going to be a mountain to climb for East Bengal from here on. they would have hoped for a better performance. That early strike coming in from Aruna Bagh set the tempo for what is for to come from this fixture. Then a goal to follow up from Sonia Marak. A strike, brilliant strike from Sanjida Akhtar to get one back, and Karishma with her first and 8th of the campaign has made things relatively easy now for the visitors. Like we mentioned earlier, it's the last game here at their home turf, East Bengal FC. They will be on road to go Delhi and then to Orissa. Got some tough games coming up. On road is always going to be difficult, especially against the likes of Setu, Hops, two Orissa clubs. They'll have to try and sort out their back line at the earliest to try and get something from this competition for the next season, perhaps. Sanjida Akhtar for Trisha Malik. Back to Trisha. Seema taken away by Lintoy. Here's Margaret again. Back with Kickstart. Looks like they have shut the shop down, Kickstart FC, Varun, because they're trying to get those balls away and get it out of the play, because they'll just have to see out the remainder of the 5 minutes here. The visitors.
That's right. Got 3 goals for those 3 points. And I think the coach thinks it's enough. So a comfortable lead resulting in a comfortable win is what Kickstart FC is looking for. Dipankar Bishwas making one last change maybe. Singo is coming out. And then we have been talking about the substitution. Tulsi comes in. But Junaid, you have been talking about it since the second half started. And don't you think it's too late?
Well, I think it's too much to ask for from Tulsi in the last 4 minutes, plus whatever the fourth official decides to add on, because if she's fit to play, then I'm pretty sure she could have started the second half at least to begin with. Of course, not to forget the kind of form she has enjoyed in the Calcutta Women's League, the Kanyashree Cup, scoring 13 goals with 3 hat-tricks. Couple of substitutes for a Kickstart as well. Sabina Khatun will be on, as well as Dalima Chibber. Dalima, of course, not starting this game. Now is the time for Sabina to take the park, and Babicha is coming off. Babicha, one of the goal scorers for a Kickstart before in the game against Setu, which got them the all-important 3 points. Sanjida Akhtar giving it a chase, squares it up nicely. Chance now! Margaret sends it over. Out of nowhere, an opportunity created by East Bengal, Varun. Again from the right through Sanjida Akhtar, perhaps.
Well, chances, maybe kind of half chances for East Bengal. But then it's just a goal score sheet right now. It's a foul decision in favor of East Bengal. Pinomala winning that foul, and Margaret in that midfield area be the target. It's Chavamoni is marking her. Seema sends it in the area. Header clearance from Aruna on the turn shot. Keeps it on target, but an easy collection for Maibam Limthoi. She has been a little clumsy, then gaining back her confidence as the game progresses. Karishma trying to flick it to Deepa. Sathi losing it. That's a foul by Jabamoni, says the referee. Couple of more minutes and then the added time. So East Bengal has to hurry up. Trailing by 2 goals. Seema with the long ball. And Langam Devi has strengthened the defense line of Kickstart FC with those substitutions, Junaid.
Well, that's right. They'll have to see out these final few moments. Don't want to commit bodies forward and end up conceding a goal. They've got the job done, scoring 3 goals and getting those 3 points. And they would be mighty pleased with the performance, especially with the sort of a debacle they faced in the previous week. It was a complete annihilation of the back line. Sabina Khatu tries for a long ball to try and find Amsa there. Dalima to Amsa. Sarita or Tulsi. Looks like it's going to be a foul and a free kick to East Bengal FC. Hustle for the ball there, perhaps. Jabamani Turu coming in the way of Tulsi Hembram. Right, it's going to be Seema behind this one. Sends it in. Cleared out. Comfortably now for Kickstart. Back with East Bengal again. 5 minutes have been added on. Goes all the way through to Linthoi Devi on that occasion. And Tulsi Hembram, whenever she has started or has come on from the bench,
Added time 5 minutes.
there's been some spark about this girl. Not quite sure if she's nursing an injury or what. Hasn't had enough amount of minutes under her belt. The Lima. The long ball. Played out by Binumala. Balls out for Mamta towards the left. One of those occasions wherein they have got the ball in the left flank. East Bengal. Amsa. Like that has gone out for off the playfield, and that's going to be a throw-in for East Bengal. Comfortably win in the end for Kickstart FC. Varun, because obviously coming into this fixture, East Bengal was definitely not in form. Weren't playing the best of the football. Kickstart, a side perhaps hungry for goals, those 3 points to make their campaign back on track, and that's exactly what they have done.
That's right. The coach also had mentioned that it's going to be a tough battle against Kickstart FC. And it has proven to be so. An early strike from Aruna. Sonia doubling up the lead. Sanjita getting one. Her first. The East Bengal jersey. But then Karishma joining the party, making it 3-1, confirming that Kickstart FC wins it quite comfortably today. Shushmita from the left. Tough one from Seema. Struck Shushmita's hand and it's a foul, says the referee. We're in the added time, 2 minutes left. And I think this win will be a good one for Kickstart FC after losing out 5-1 in the last game, Junaid.
That's right. This should definitely bolster their confidence going forward because, like I said earlier, they are definitely in the mix for the challenge. They'll have some tough games going forward, but 3 points is all that matters at the moment, and the manner in which they have outplayed East Bengal. Have done a double over them. They'll be high on confidence going forward. Amuni holds it in the end. Seema as we approach the final minute of the added on time. Showing some sense of urgency there perhaps, but I'm afraid it's way too late now. Sati or Binumala. Another bad pass there. Wanted to find Margaret, but gets dispossessed. Not keeping those loose balls. East Bengal FC, that should just sum up their day and the campaign perhaps. Mathematically or otherwise. They're not going to make it to the top spot. Here's a Sabina Khatun from the left, keeps it nice and low for Karishma. Karishma inside the box, one-on-one with Michelle. Cleared out by Sarita on that occasion. And that's the time we have in the game and the second half. A thumping performance in the end coming from the visitors, Kickstart FC, with a goal in the first minute of the game, a goal in the 31st, and one in the second half coming in from the leading goal scorer of the campaign, Karishma Purushottam. Sanjita got one back, but it was her individual brilliance. No one else chipping in for the team today. East Bengal losing out one more time on their home turf, and Kickstart have got their campaign up and running once again, Varun.
Kickstart FC 3, East Bengal FC 1.
That's right. From a 5-1 loss to coming back to winning ways with a 3-1 victory. That too on the road. Kickstart FC play again on the road in the next game. And East Bengal back to their struggling days. Sanjita did score. The two number 10s having a discussion. But it's going to be Sabina with a broader smile. Sanjita will be happy with the goal, but then not happy with the result. As the fans and the team expects a lot. Here are the stats. Ball possession, East Bengal have it in their favor. Shots taken and on target, it's Kickstart FC. 14 shots, 8 on target. 14 fouls in the game. 10 committed by Kickstart, 4 by East Bengal. No cards today. 3 corners. First corner of the game in the first minute, from which Kickstart FC scored. It was Aruna's header that broke the deadlock. 8 shots by East Bengal. Sanjita taking 3. Margaret 2. Pinumala with that long ranger. And Sarita and Tulsi taking 1 each. Tulsi with around 10 to 12 minutes of play, making her impact. 14 shots by Kickstart FC. 5 taken by Deepa. 3 by Karishma. Sonia taking 2. Then Aruna, Pripicha and Preeti taking 1 each. Four fouls committed by East Bengal. Pinumala and Margaret, along with Sanjita and Sati. All of them mostly in the opponent's half. trying to stop Kickstart FC from attacking, and they committed 10 fouls, mostly defensive. Chavamani, Karishma, Sonia committing 2 each. Divisha, Deepa, and Sabina 1 each. And this is how the standings look like now. East Bengal struggling in the 6th spot with 4 points, and Kickstart FC position remains the same, but they have 17 points now. They are tallying up with Gokulam Kerala FC, who have the same number of points. Durish FC at the top, in 1 game less. And if you missed out on the action, here are the highlights for you. Kickstart FC getting a jump start, a corner. Aruna's header. Melody conceding the first one. First minute itself. Then Sonia having a go, heading the crossbar. And too much of power in it. But then Sonia did miss out getting her name on the score sheet. Now the header came in, missed out on the target. Then an acrobatic effort went off the target. Then finally that cross from Supriya. Sonia making a way, then heading it into the back of the net. Karishma with a shot. Went off the target. First half it was 2-0. Then Sanjida made it 2-1. From a distance, beating Maiva Mlinthoi. Maiva Mlinthoi could have done better. Not a timely jump and conceding the only one in the game, Kickstart FC, but then Karishma. Powerful strike. Has 3 defenders chased her. Karishma not bothered. Found the back of the net. The third goal, final one of the match came in. Karishma had another go at it, but then Melody's substitute Mamni stopped it. And chances for East Bengal as they looked a little better, but didn't score anymore. So that's the full-time scoreline at East Bengal. East Bengal FC 1, Kickstart FC 3. With Junaid Ahmed in the commentary box, this is Kaushik Varun signing off.